Blessings, everyone. I hope all is well. It's your girl, Yapahjudah, and this is Evolving with Yapahjudah. Thank you so much for attending the live taping of the podcast, Evolving with Yapahjudah. I have a special guest. Her name is AJ Johnson, and she is the owner of Infinity Juice. Today's topic is benefits of detox juicing. But before we get into the topic, I want AJ Johnson to introduce herself. So, AJ, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on. Um, Again, my name is AJ. I am the owner, operator, and CEO of Infinity Joose. And I pretty much started Infinity Joose about 2 years ago. I started doing a lot of deep researching. I was really into knowing all that I needed to know about how I could cleanse the body and detox naturally and not necessarily through pharmaceutical medicines and things of that sort. So I started taking in all this researching, and I just wanted to be able to not alter, I wanted to be able to offer a healthy detox alternative to jumpstart people's cleansing goals. So that's when, that's where Infinity Joose came in.
Awesome. Okay, well, I have a couple of questions for you. What are some reasons to juice?
So there are so many different reasons why you should juice. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of give you a few that I feel are really just kind of like the ones to truly not necessarily focus on, but to kind of zoom in on. So overall, you want to be able to rid the body of toxins. So toxins are basically unwanted waste that kind of sits in your body and can cause a lot of health issues. So in order to do that, you want to be able to cleanse. Now, our body naturally gets rid of these toxins naturally. It gets rid of them naturally. So what the juicing does, though, is it actually empties out the colon. It stops the digestive system. Whenever we're actually doing the digestive system actually, the digestive system actually, whenever it uses a lot of energy in order to digest. So once you stop the process of digestion, the body has it takes that energy and it puts it in somewhere else, or it starts to heal the body somewhere else. So inflammation is another sign that you are in need of a detox. Inflammation and eczema. So that's actually a sign that the body is highly acidic. So you want to be able to take the body out of the acidic stage and alkaline it. So again, you're stopping the digestive system so that it can heal that way, but you're flooding your body with fruits and veggies, or fruits and veggie juices, so that you're jump starting it. Because to be honest with you, you can still do that while going straight alkaline, and eating nothing but fruits and veggies. But this is a complete jump start for your body. So it kind of jump starts it, and then you can actually go and introduce that way to the body. Another one is type 2 diabetes. So I actually follow this lady who she had type 2 diabetes for a long time, and she did a 30-day juice cleanse, and she reversed type 2 diabetes. So it is most definitely possible when you're if you're looking for something, a healthy alternative. Type 2 diabetes is actually caused by high levels of lipids in the blood. So that's basically high levels of fat in the blood. So when you're doing a juice detox, you're actually jump starting it by flooding the body, like I say, with nutrients and minerals, and you're hydrating it. So it's getting into the blood system to where it's cleansing you. Another one, anemia and deficiencies. So anemia, well, deficiencies for one is is a sign that the body has absorption issues. So you want to clean out the gut, remove all the waste from the gut, and replenish it, or, or replenish your body with, like I say, natural fruits and veggie juices. Even when you're drinking water, not just staying focused on drinking, like consuming as much water as possible, but if you add fruits and veggies to your water, it actually changes it from H2O to H3O, and that actually adds energy to your body. Not only that, but if you even just a squeeze of key lime in your water actually helps with absorption issues.
Okay. Awesome blossom. So what's a good length of time to do a juice cleanse?
So depending on what exactly you're looking to cleanse, or if you're just doing it just to give your digestive system a break, it really depends on the illness, or as long as you're wanting to do it. So let's say, for instance, you're just wanting to rid your body of discomfort, then doing a 3 to 5 day cleanse is actually really good. Not only will it give your digestive system a break, but it can clear your mind from brain fog. It can I guess well, basically it can flush out the toxins in you. So it kind of resets your body. So it doesn't completely get rid of all the waste within 3 to 5 days. It actually takes a bit longer to do that, but it does jumpstart the gut to cleansing out as a lot of the waste that is backed up. So sometimes a lot of people don't know that there is years of waste still kind of sitting there, especially if you're taking in large amounts of food and not necessarily the recommended dosages or the recommended portions of food. So if you're taking in a lot of food, then you're definitely backed up. So I would say just a beginner, just starting off with 3 to 5 days, even a week.
Okay. That sounds good. So then what should you do before even starting a juice cleanse?
So what you want to do is you want to get the body moving for one. The getting the body moving actually helps with waking up the adrenals to move and help with the digestive process, or not the digestive, but help with the toxin, removing the toxins. So our body gets rid of the toxins altogether, like naturally. So whenever you're including the movement, you're actually moving those the muscles and the in your gut and things of that sort. Also, you want to make sure that you're switching your diet from 70 to 80% raw fruits and vegetables, nuts, grains, all of that raw, because you want to be able to sustain staying on a juice cleanse, going from heavy foods to something that's a lot more lighter. You also want to make sure that you're actually drinking half of your body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking 100 ounces of water. And that's to make sure that your body is staying hydrated. Another thing that you want to do is you want to make sure, I think I covered that. So yeah. So you just want to make sure that you're drinking half your body weight in water, and you're switching your diet from 70 to 80% raw fruits, vegetable, and nuts and grains.
Okay. So then let me ask you this. Can a juice cleanse harm you in any way?
Not necessarily. It cannot harm you. Most people would think it would because you're not taking in food, but that just goes to show that that's kind of like we only do what we know to do. So the body it can actually can sustain without food for a good period of time. Um, so the only thing I can say is if you're not doing the steps, the actual proper steps, when doing a juice cleanse. Like, say, for instance, if you're doing a prolonged juice cleanse and you jump right back into eating leafy greens, even eating leafy greens, but eating solid foods, your digestive system is not strong enough to digest yet. So you have to make sure that you're actually putting in you're actually doing the refeeding process correctly so that you don't hurt yourself in the process.
All right. So is there any particular vegetable or fruit that should not be juiced?
So there's mangoes and bananas and avocados. So, and the reason why is because they don't yield a lot of juice. You want to basically just puree those.
Okay.
So pureeing those and then adding them to the juice would actually do good. Jackfruit is really good, but it does not yield a lot of water content, so you don't want to juice that. And it's more so a delicate fruit, so you don't want to use that, especially with it being so expensive now. Cherries, pears, and kiwis. Now, technically, you actually can juice those, but they're not going to yield a lot of juice. And those things are expensive. So when you're looking at juicing is very costly, especially when you want to stick with organic fruits and vegetables. It is costly. So if it's not going to yield you a lot of juice, I wouldn't recommend it. I would really recommend high fruit content or high juicy fruits and veggies.
Okay. So then what are some important steps to refeeding when breaking a juice fast?
So the refeeding, I actually broke that down to 3 major steps that you want to focus on. Or no, you want to, the refeeding is basically for every 3 days that you juice, you want to give yourself 1 day that you're eating nothing but juicy fruits and veggies. So things like berries, berries, cucumbers, strawberries, pineapples, even oranges. Um, you just want to be able to rebuild the gut muscle into to learning how to digest food again. Because if not, then you're just going to end up being that constipated and things of that sort. So and then after that, you would actually introduce the leafy greens and then the nuts and grains, and then the protein and things of that sort. So yeah.
Okay. So as a beginner, what type of cleanse would you recommend for them?
So as a beginner, a lot of people are sometimes they're ready to jump into it, but I think people aren't really aware of what the detox symptoms could be. So I would definitely say someone who just wants to kind of give it a try, even trying it for a day, giving your body 3 to 5 days, that would actually help as well. But you're kind of training your body how to do a prolonged juice cleanse. A lot of people, they jump into doing it and they'll do it for 30 days. But it's definitely a process when you're doing it for that long. If you don't have a process, then it's not going to be successful. And I'm actually one to vouch. I've been on 3 different juice cleanses at different times. And each time I learned something new that I could actually do to help prepare myself for the next time. So, and to be honest with you, if you actually do the juice cleanse correctly, you won't have to do it again. But like I say, for beginners, if you want to start small, start small. Do a day cleanse. Start with a 3-day cleanse, and then kind of create a plan in what you want to do for the next day. I find it really easy for me to juice a day before. So if my juice cleanse starts tomorrow, then I'm going to juice for tomorrow today. And then you're basically kind of training your body to get up and juice for the next day so that you're prepared for when you have the urges of wanting to, eat food and give in. Yeah. So
Okay. Well then, By you being the owner of Infinity Juice, what types of cleanses does Infinity Juice offer?
So I actually I offer I tend to actually juice fruits and veggies that are in season. So I do have a few recipes, a few go-tos, and I charge juices by the day. So if you're looking to do a day cleanse, then a day cleanse basically is $60. And with that, you actually get three 32-ounce mason jars of a juice of your choice. And if you purchase 3 days or more, then you get two 12-ounce bottles of tamarind juice. So if you don't know about tamarind juice is actually like a natural laxative. It is to be consumed like before you even start your juice cleanse because it's going to clean out your gut, at least for the most part. So it doesn't matter if you're doing a 1-day cleanse or a 2-week cleanse. I'll be able to um, to help out in that area. But also, say for instance, if you are doing a 2-week cleanse, I deliver to you every 3 days. So you don't want to keep the juices in the fridge no longer than 3 days because you want to be able to consume them as fresh as possible. So you don't want them to start to oxidize because then it kind of loses its enzymes. And whenever that happens, it kind of defeats the purpose. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, for those that may be interested in getting more information from you, how can you be reached?
So you can actually reach me right now. My website is under construction. I'm kind of, doing some new things with it. I want to offer more things. So you can actually reach me at by via email at infinityjuice@gmail.com. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And then also I have an Instagram page. So you can reach me at Infinity Juice on Instagram. I'm actually getting ready to prepare myself for a juice cleanse for the month of February. So I'm prepping for that. If I get a good amount of people who are interested, I may want to, we may, put something together to where we can all, kind of keep each other accountable because it makes it a lot more easier when you have other people that's doing it, that's going to keep you accountable. So yeah, reach out to me if you're interested. I'd love to know who's interested in wanting to jumpstart their health goals.
Okay, well, let me put your information in the chat so that others can get in touch with you. And Juice is spelled Joose
Yes.
at gmail.com. And that's also her Instagram, Infinity Juice. So it's
Yes.
at Infinity Juice. So is there any questions that you may have out there? If you do, please type them in the chat. Okay. Someone asked, does this work for children who do not eat their veggies?
So now you don't want the kids to do a juice cleanse because their body is still developing, but you can have them drink juices. It's really good for them. It's just like it's actually when you're drinking juice, it's actually concentrated. So you're drinking the concentrated vitamins and minerals that the body actually needs, and it's just as healthy. And I've even made I've made popsicles for my girls. My friends, they actually they are they come to me all the time about, okay, what can I give my baby? So yes, you can definitely make popsicles during the summertime. Make a really good green juice that has all of the, celery, basically all the leafy greens and stuff like that, and add maybe apples or pineapples to it to kind of sweeten it up for them. And that would I'm telling you, they would drink it. My girls love it. So
That's nice. Okay, so someone asked, how do you recommend cleaning the veggies?
So, and that is the most important step because you want to make sure that you're properly cleaning it, or you can risk getting salmonella. I think I'm saying it right. On it.
One
So you
moment.
want to make sure that you are cleaning them. Uh
You were freezing, so
oh.
okay,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
that's
Hopefully
okay.
it's
Okay.
but you want to make sure. So what I use to clean my veggies is I use key lime, apple cider vinegar, and baking soda. And I have a really good veggie brush. So for my apples, I actually clean it in hot water. Not long though, because I don't want it to oxidize. And I brush them to get majority of the, or hopefully all of the wax off. I do that with my cucumbers as well, and then for my celery and my leafy greens, I just allow it to sit in cold water in that, and I rinse it about 2 to 3 times. So that is the most. If I tell you that, at first I used to didn't like the process, but the process has grown on me. But that is the most important process when you're actually when you're doing the juicing. Actually, juicing, that's fun and it's easy. It doesn't take time at all. But the cleaning process is the most important.
Hmm. Yes, I can imagine that part is truly. Any other
Mm.
questions? Okay, well, if not, I want to thank you all for joining the live taping of the podcast. And I want to thank my guest, AJ Johnson, for accepting the invitation of coming and speaking to us about the benefits of detox juicing. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yes, and again, this is your girl, yapahjudah, and with much gratitude, I send love your way. La da 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 dum. La da 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 da. Talk to you soon. Peace and blessings.